What is up, guys? It is Sam, the Raid Man. We are back with yet another clan boss damage dealer test. This one is one of the comments, but also one champion I knew I wanted to test. This is a OG, not OG. I guess she's not been in the game the whole time, but she's been in the game longer than I have. She is a rare champion who does tons and tons of damage. Any guesses? If I told you that it was poisons, I'd probably give it away. It is none other than Frozen Banshee, who I do have a 6-star Phantom Touch. That's going to be a big boost for her. But you will see she does not need any assistance. The question that we're discussing is, can she do more damage in KO? That was one of the comments. That's what I was trying to think of. The question that the comment said was, do you think Frozen Banshee can outdamage KO? And I 100% do think she can outdamage KO. She's in some, a little bit of Merciless, a little bit of Cruel, a little bit of Slayer, just to get the crit rate and stuff. Total stats for the Demon Lord, she has 5,900 attack, 186 speed, 70 crit rate because of the Cardio's crit rate buff, 322 crit damage, which is pretty beefy, 2% ignore defense plus the 5 from Cruel. And then we've got regular accuracy masteries, and then War Master for a clan boss damage dealer. Pretty simple, and like we said, we have the 6-star Phantom Touch. No relic on her. I don't think she's going to need it. We are going to overfill this debuff bar. Now, a cool synergy that I want to shout out before the run starts is Frozen Banshee. Let me go back to her kit. I think I can see it. Let's do it in here. Frozen Banshee places poison sensitivity on her A3. She was the first champion in the game added to place poison sensitivity. What that means is when you have poisons, the poisons will proc for more. We're going to turn off this one that gives you turn meter. We don't want that. It is kind of a cool ability. Like if you have 10 debuffs on the clan boss, this can give you everyone on your team 20% turn meter, which is kind of cool. But yeah, places poison sensitivity where it procs for 25% more damage. So a 75,000 will proc for like, I don't know the exact math, more, 12,500 more, something like that. A1 hits twice. Each hit has a 100% chance of placing poisons if they're under poison sensitivity. But she places the poison sensitivity. Lydia on her A1 increases the duration of poison sensitivity right here at the beginning. So what I'm going to try, and we'll test it and see if it works, is just to turn this as her opener, and then every other hit is laying poisons. So we will see if this works. I'm not 100% confident, because if it falls off, we're screwed. But Lydia is void affinity, so it should not fall off, and she should start getting it with the ally attacks as well. So plus we're going 3-1. So there's a poison sensitivity. If it doesn't land, we're screwed. It's now a 3-turn cooldown, or 3-turn duration. Going to tick down to 2 here. Here comes an ally attack. This should extend it to 3. 3. There's some poisons as well. 4. I turned off Lydia's A3, so she's not placing it herself, and she's not placing block buffs. So we should have decreased defense, weaken, hopefully up the whole time. Definitely poison sensitivity up. I think we might actually see those numbers go crazy, like to 100 or something. And then just 7 other poisons. Basically, at all times, we should have 7 other poisons, because Frozen Banshee is now only going to A1. So the only thing she can do is place more poisons, because Lydia should keep that up. So this is like a perfect tune for Frozen Banshee. If you want Frozen Banshee to output numbers, this is a speed tune for her. This is also a great affinity for Seeker and her, so I'm expecting over 200 million damage for sure. So the goal is KO. That's kind of the benchmark, especially for a rare champion. I'm confident she's going to beat that. I'm expecting about 220 million damage for the team, and we'll see how much. Uh-oh, something just happened. Nope. All right, we will be back. Super quick announcement. Got some pretty exciting news from Plarium. I now have my own promo code. So if you want to start a second account, or if you want to start your first account, if you've never played Raid before, you can use this link code to download the game. I showed this in one of my videos, but basically if you use this code, it will give you a free Karato Fox Hunter and 3 epics, Fane, Romero, and Vergis. And here it is, but I'll go ahead and put this in the description of my video. If you use this, you will get, like I talked about, the legendary champion from the Shadowkin faction, Karato Fox Hunter, who's a good damage dealer and pretty good control. A great kickstart if you want to start a new account, or like I said, if you just want to start a second account, you can also pair this code with the Monkey King code or the Superpowers code and get one of those great champions as well. So we figured it out. Lydia had a wrong piece on from my Chimera run. So her speed was slightly too slow. Okay, so just to recap what we're doing here at the beginning, we'll leave it on auto. We're going to place poison sensitivity. Lydia is going to extend it. Frozen Banshee is only going to A1. As long as Lydia can keep decreased defense and weaken up, that's one thing I'm concerned about. Would be we have too many poisons. Like let's say we decreased defense doesn't land. By the time she comes back around to the skill, we're full up on poisons. and then we'll lose that debuff. That's my fear. But if Lydia can keep the decreased defense and we can up the whole time, which I'm hoping she can, then we should be good to go. I think it's fine that she takes the decreased speed. I'm gonna watch for just a second longer and double check. I briefly tested this in between once I changed her gear piece, and I believe it's working. Okay, so that one is good. We'll watch one more turn. Again, the goal, 220 million. Kale did, I believe, 51 million. I'll have to double check. Maybe it's 55 million. I'll pull up that. We'll pull up the damage sheet at the end of it and see where Frozen Banshee lies. With the 6-star Phantom Touch and this really ideal setup, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty good. I'm hoping for about 60-ish million damage from her. So if Demitha blocks the damage here, then we will say that we are good to go. Okay, perfect. I'm going to take myself off the camera. We'll come back at the end in just a minute for you guys, and we'll take a look at the damage. We are back, turn count 47. I don't think we're gonna hit 220, obviously. We'll definitely hit 200 million. I'm very, very curious to see what it's gonna look like for Frozen Banshee because she's done really good damage, but the team isn't as high as I expected it to be. So maybe her damage isn't as good as I thought. I don't know. Again, she's only A1ing, and on that A1, she's doing 180-ish, 200 per hit twice. So again, it's a lot. I'm trying to pull up the damage to our list at the same time. But yeah, I really expected more team damage, especially with Seeker being strong Vindy. We did take Seeker out of the toxic set, so he's kind of in like one piece off of his toxic set. So not the optimal damage build and also not toxic set. So it is going to hurt. His damage will be hurt a little bit. But I'd imagine it's still similar to toxic on bad affinity. But I don't know. Just to clarify, Kale did 51.8 million, who is currently, spoiler alert, in last place for the damage dealers we've tested. 50 million is still good, right? It's a fourth of the team, and he's 1/5 of the team, so it's good. Maybe we can get to like almost 210. No, not quite. 207. 207.02 million. Frozen Banshee did 68 million. Wow. 596,896, which puts her. All right, here is the damage sheet. Frozen Banshee, 68. Oops, I'm wrong. Frozen Banshee is in 4th place, which puts Turvold in 5th place. Frozen Banshee outdamaged the Void Legendary Turvold by almost 3 million. She's just shy of Swearin. Swearin did really good. 73 is very, very solid. I'm impressed. It is a 6-star Phantom Touch, which makes a big difference. Like Kale only had like a 4-star, but Turvold has multiple stars. He's also a Void Legendary with a much better kit. Frozen Banshee, she's a real deal. These three, Phoenix is like, he will probably be number 1 until there's one champion we'll test. I think that will pass him. But these two were surprises. Frozen Banshee, I knew she'd be good. This is better than I thought she would be. So obviously it's a perfect team for her with Lydia and the synergy and stuff and the ally attacks. She's also really good in counterattack teams because she'll place poison sensitivity when the clan boss hits you, you counterattack and you place the poisons on your A1 there, or in counterattack gear. She's just very, very good. She did, yeah, I mean 18 million more than Cardiel. Just a ton of damage. 68 million is bonkers. Again, not that crazy of a build. We just do have a good soul on her. So Frozen Banshee, the OG, still a great clan boss damage doing option. Leave me in the comments. I've loved all the comments. This was one of them. I'm trying to get to all of them. If you want any damage yours tested, let me know. See you guys on the next one.